Now I'm doing hyperextending. She's holding both my arms, and I'm gonna hyperextend the fingers. So she's holding both my arms. I turn the left arm to my inside. I pull the others up and grab her by the wrist, and then I pull down. So again, she's grabbing both my arms, take them to the inside, put my hand, pull this one, and pull down, hyperextending the fingers. Now twist under arm bar. She's grabbing both my hands. I take her hand pretty quickly. I turn and I have her like that. Now I can control her by moving really fast or just hurt her basically. Again, she's holding both my arms. I take her arm. I turn and now I can control my opponent. Here I'm going to show a front single front grab attack. So my opponent is holding my shoulder. She was just doing a face right now. I take my hand, I put it on, I lift, and I take my other arm hyperextending. Again, let me show that more clearly. She's holding my shoulder, I take the opposite hand, put it on her wrist, pull off, take the other hand on her elbow, hyperextend. Here's single front grab attack. So the opponent is holding in my t-shirt in this case. I take the opposite arm, I pull, I take the other arm, hyperextend knuckles up towards the ceiling. Again, she is holding my t-shirt, opposite arm, take on her wrist, pull, other arm on elbow, knuckles towards shoulder. If she tries anything, I'll just push really hard. So again, single shirt attack, and her palm is facing up this time. So the palm is facing up. I take both of my thumbs. I put it in the palm of her hand, pull and push and step back. So again, she's holding. I take both my thumbs. I put them in her hand, step back, pull down. And now she's holding both of her hands on my shoulder or neck. I reach across, I just go for one arm. I reach across, take the arm, pull off, take the other arm on her elbow, and then push. Now she's holding my t-shirt with both of her arms. I simply take my arm, put it, pull off, take the other on her elbow, knuckles to the ceiling, and I can now control her. Now she's holding, again, my t-shirt with both her arms. I take my thumbs, put it in her hand. This time I pull down and I pull them towards the ground. I don't know, she made a face again, I'm sorry. Again, she holds the hands on my t-shirt, put it inside, twist down, push away. Now she's grabbing one shoulder from the rear. I pull with my arm, going across, put the other on her elbows, and then push. So again, one shoulder, turn around, use my other, and then push. I can put this on the other arm. Now she's grabbing both the shoulders from the rear. Again, I go for one arm, I step, I turn my arm just like last time, put it, attach, and push. Again, both shoulders, turn around, and push. Now I'm going to show you break free from a headlock. So my opponent is holding me in a headlock. I put my arm around underneath her nose, and then now I'm going to go do very gently, but you would push really hard in order to break free. Now showing bear hug above the elbows. So my opponent is holding me. I take my arms, I step to the side and break free. I could either also step to the right. Now bear hug that is just on the elbows. I can't lift them up, so I step to the side. I then take her by the groin and I squeeze really hard. So again, I could also do this to my right. I step to the right, take my arm, and then squeeze really hard. Now she's grabbing me from the front. I could either go with my my head, I should say, on her nose without the baseball cap on. And I would do this. I could also step to the side, grab testicles, or I could step down really hard on her foot. I don't know if you can see this, but I could step down really hard on her foot. Now again, beer hug, but my arms are free. I could take my thumbs on her eyes. I'm going to do this very gently. Pull them back. I could do the same with her ears. I could also put my thumbs in her mouth and push back. I could step to the side, grab testicles and squeeze, and I could stomp on her foot really hard. Now she's grabbing me from behind. I take my hand, I don't know if you can see this, on her index finger only, pull it, break free. Again, she's holding me from the rear. Take her index finger, of course, working with my partner, I'm being very gentle. Normally you would pull this very, very hard to break free. Now she's grabbing me and the arms from the rear. Again, I take my left foot, I put it behind. It's a little bit hard to see. Then I take my left arm and it's pretty difficult to show, but she's gonna fall off my leg. Let's try to do that one more time. So again, she's grabbing me from the rear. I step back with my left leg, then I turn and she will let go when she feels that she's gonna fall. Again, pretty hard to show, but hopefully you saw the concept.